Hello, I'm Alice, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns breakdown of American Horror Story, Season 5, Episode 2, Chutes and Ladders. I don't know about you guys, but this was an extra long episode. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing now, but last week we went from an hour 30, this week to an hour 42, and I promised that I wouldn't go over 19 minutes after last week, and I'm sorry, but that promise has gone like a fart in the wind at this point. I have so much to cover and so much that I want to talk about that I couldn't decide really one big specific thing. So I have a couple of things that I want to go over. I'm not going to dissect the entire episode. Obviously, we all watched it. We all know what happened. So I'm going to just go over a couple of small things. Like one, yeah, Sally is the one sewing up people in the mattresses. Duh, dead giveaway. Two, the Swedish model is now dead, and Liz Taylor threw her down a chute, and it completely pissed off the laundress because, oh my God, now she's going to have to use ammonia. Apparently the little kids, they feed off the humans that they keep, I guess, in the magic room, and then they, Kathy Bates' character Iris takes their blood and feeds it to Lady Gaga for some reason. I hope they explain that, because we all know that Lady Gaga does not need a filter. After what we saw last week, we know she goes right for the jugular and does not need a filter of any kind, especially that in the form of a small child. Okay, so Lady Gaga and Donovan are having major issues in their relationship. She seems to be still ready to keep things alive and vibrant, and Donovan, he just wants to Netflix and chill. Obviously, Lady Gaga has a big issue with this. Yes, we know she's running out of money. That's why she sold the hotel. But it's not so much going out and spending money, it's the hunt. She's hungry. She wants to go out to eat. All Donovan wants to do is lay around in his bathrobe and watch House of Cards. We found out this week that Detective John Lowe is an alcoholic. And we find out that his last bender was thanks to this case gone wrong. And he disappeared for 2 days, and he pissed off the wifey poo by doing this. But he comes home and he's like, okay, look, I know I've been drinking and all this crap all for 2 days. I've been gone, but I want to make it up to you. Let's go to the pier and let me make this all better. By all better, he loses one of their fucking kids. Should have kept that shit at home. Played some Guitar Hero or something on the PlayStation. You wouldn't be missing a kid right now. It just seems like he just shot himself in the foot. Trying to make things better, he made it even worse. And Sally is all over this. I think she feeds off the drama and all that, because she is all about, tell me about how your last bender and all this stuff. And he does. And we find out he lost his kid, and he wants to know what's going on in this hotel. He just had a couple of really bad night terrors. Yes, they are night terrors. A nightmare you wake up from, it's over. A night terror, there are multiple nightmares in one. Dreamscape, 1983, Dennis Quaid, Google it, IMDb it, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So there's a big fashion show that Will Drake is throwing in the Hotel Cortez, and this is when we meet Tristan Duffy, who is Dandy Mott from Freak Show. I could not be happier than a pig in shit to see this guy. I love him so much. And so does Lady Gaga, because he is walking the runway acting a hot mess fool, just acting up like we say down in the South. He's kissing random girls. He's getting in fights with guys. He's slicing up his face because he doesn't want to do this shit anymore. And this is right up Countess Gaga's alley. He scavenges around the hotel and ends up in their penthouse. And he's looking for cocaine and all this shit. And he's throwing records around, which makes zero sense to me because who hides cocaine in freaking records? Anyway, so Donovan comes in, grabs him. They get in a fight. Lady Gaga breaks it up. She's all like, leave him alone. At this point, Dandy Duffy runs off, gets on the elevator. The power goes out or something. He is stuck on floor number 7. He ends up in this room, and he's pilfering around for jewelry, whatever he can get his hands on. Well, he runs into a mysterious man played by Evan Peters, and they have a very odd encounter. Basically, this mysterious man tells Dandy Mott that he can take whatever he wants, that they are the same. He once had fame and fortune, and he pissed it all away. It was not enough for him. And Dandy's like, dude, I don't think so. So he gets into it with this guy. This damsel in distress comes in. Mysterious guy shoots her. Dandy refuses to do it and runs out of the room. And Lady Gaga throws him in the elevator with her. And the next thing we know, Dandy is in the mirror and he's like, oh my God, I don't have a pore or a blackhead. I'm like, I look like a model, which he just got done saying he didn't want to be anymore. But anyway, he starts asking Lady Gaga all kinds of questions. So, can a steak take me out? Can a silver bullet take me out? She's like, bitch, please, of course it can. You just have to be smart and not fuck up and have some sense about you. Avoid sunlight. Don't drink the blood of the diseased and the nasty, because that's basically the equivalent of getting the flu. You're immortal. You're young forever. You're not going to age. Don't go on a killing spree, because you're not going to hold up well in prison for the rest of your immortal life. This is very interesting to me because at this point, they're making a big point to tell us that they're not vampires. However, they drink blood, they're immortal, they don't age, and they avoid sunlight. Okay, let me repeat myself. They're not vampires, they're immortal, they drink blood, they avoid sunlight, they never age. Yeah, I take my clothes off to music and get paid for it, but I'm not a stripper. I do magic tricks for a living, but I'm not a magician, whatever. I have 3 cats, but I'm not a cat lady. I have kids, but I'm not a parent. It's just, please, you are a vampire. I don't know what Ryan Murphy is trying to prove or what he's doing, but they are vampires. That's a vampire. Yeah, they don't bite, they cut, whatever. Just the whole deal of Tristan asking all of these questions while doing Lady Gaga doggy style in a fucking bathtub, because, that's the perfect time to have a conversation. It just blew my mind, because this frustrates the hell out of me, but that's okay. That's why I love this show. It's not supposed to make sense, but they're vampires. They're glampires. I don't know what they are, but they're vampires. So, okay, I'm going to get off this tangent. So we find out Lady Gaga was born in 1904. Her favorite decade is the 70s. Her favorite was the disco era in the late 70s. She was a disco queen, very reminiscent of a slutty Rapunzel who would ride around on white horses and just eat the shit out of people in the disco club, because back then, to be perfectly honest, people were free with everything. They were free with their bodies, blood, semen, whatever, you know, so it didn't really matter. So she blended in, and that's why she loved that era. In the meantime, little junior detective Lowe, who I'm going to refer to as Jessica Simpson Jr., because that little girl looks just like Jessica Simpson's daughter, Maxwell. Google that shit. That is a little Jessica Simpson. Anyway, so during the fashion show, we find out that Lachlan and little Jessica Simpson Jr. Are roaming around, and Lachlan wants to show her something really cool. So they end up going into this empty pool where there's 4 coffins and there's 4 little blonde-headed kids in it. And Jessica Simpson Jr. automatically notices her brother. Like, immediately notices her brother. But instead of saying anything and going upstairs to her daddy who's watching the fashion show, she waits a day, jumps on the MATA bus, goes to Hotel Cortez by herself, hunts her little brother down, tries to convince him to come home. He doesn't want to do it. She's like, okay, fine. You don't want to come home. Let's take a selfie. I just want to point out, I love the overalls. She had on the cutest pair of overalls I've ever seen, and I want a pair. Okay, sorry. Anyway, little brother Holden tries to bite her, and she V-lines out, and on her way out, she runs into Sally, who's spitting her teeth out. God, I hate that. Anything to do with teeth. Oh! Anyway, so she spits her teeth out, and little Jessica Jr. runs out, gets back on MATA, goes home. Apparently she's been missing for hours, because she has grade A award-winning parents who watch their kids. And she walks, once again, right past police officers who don't even notice her. And she walks into the kitchen, and her parents are freaking out. Oh my God, where have you been? And she's like, Daddy, I've been at Hotel Cortez where you live now, and I found Holden. And they're like, look, they're like, we gotta get this kid into some therapy. This is ridiculous. And she's like, screw you guys, whatever. Here's the selfie I took, and I'm done. Dad, I'm a better detective than you. Do you hear me? I'm a way better detective than you. But look, here's the selfie. Take a look at it. I'll be in my room looking at the iPad and crying over my little brother, who's alive in Hotel Cortez right now. But don't worry, I took care of it. I just want to point out something really quick. The little girl's got an iPhone. Why didn't they GPS that shit? It takes 2.5 seconds to download the ATT Family app if that's the group they're in. My teenage son, I have it on his phone. Yes, I stalk my child. Because let me tell you something. Teenagers don't tell the truth about where they are or where they're going. Ever. Ever. So good parents, which they're not, would have tracked their child's phone just to try it. Even if it didn't work, and if she had been kidnapped. So anyway, the point is, GPS the fucking phone. God, I'm gonna write a parenting pamphlet for these two. This is getting on my nerves. So in a deep-seated need to validate that he is not the worst fucking father on the planet, Detective Lowe goes back to Hotel Cortez and just climbs all up Kathy Bates' ass. Look, my kid was here. You didn't do anything. She says she found her brother. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You're going to sit here with me at the bar, and you're going to tell me what's going on. Yes, we're going to sit at the bar because that's where all alcoholics like to sit when we interrogate people. We like to sit at the bar. So Kathy Bates starts telling him about James Patrick March. He is the man who, he's the mysterious man we met earlier as well. He is the guy that built Hotel Cortez. This sociopath built a torture chamber in the form of a hotel to fill his deep-seated psychotic needs. Secret hallways with no doors to escape, chutes to throw the dead bodies down. I mean, this guy has got it down to a science. And you gotta respect that, because it's kind of a big cover-up. You know, a big hotel, alibis, you hire the right people. He's got that psycho minion, Miss Evers, who, holy crap, can I get one of her? Can I get one? Where can I get one? Where can I get a Miss Evers? I need a Miss Evers in my house to take care of my shit. Not that I'm killing people or throwing them down chutes, but I have 3 cats and a teenager, and, you know, there are stains on things, okay? There's shit that goes on in this house when I'm not here that I'm scared to death to put a hidden camera up. I don't want a nanny cam, because some shit can't be unseen. Anyway, so he's going crazy. He's got a girl he's bricking up in a wall while she's still alive. He's having sex with some woman while he's slicing her open. And the best part about that is, when he's done doing that to this woman and he's rolling and he's looking, and all he cares about is a light fixture. Because God forbid this place look like a zoo. A damn zoo. Excuse his French, while he's half naked, dripping in female blood. I love this show. I really do love this show so much. But basically someone rats on him, and it comes down to him and Mrs. Evers, the laundress, and they decide to do a suicide pact deal. And he's like, I'm going to give you, she offers it. She's like, can I be your last meal? And he's like, Miss Evers, yes, you may. Would you like me to slice your throat open, or would you like to be shot in the head? And she's like, well, I kind of want you to go first, because I would like to get the stains out of these sheets, because I get them out real good. I get them out with an extra ingredient called love. So he ends up shooting her in the head and slicing his throat, and he dies. And basically that's the end of it. We do kind of learn that he had a platinum blonde-haired little wife. Gee, I wonder who that is. And then at the very end, Dandy summons this guy in a man bun from a gay male app, and lures him to Hotel Cortez. They end up making out, and, he slits Man Bun's throat, and he and Lady Gaga end up basically having sex on top of this guy's face. Just because he's sucking a man off, don't mean he's gay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so basically this is a long-ass episode along with this blog. So again, I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing or not. But until then, please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube and on Facebook. Then skedaddle on over to Instagram and follow me at the.memphis.darling on Instagram. And follow me on the Twitter twat at Summers1977. I can't wait for next week. I think it's just going to keep getting better. I do think this episode was more to establish characters and past and to kind of do some character building. So hopefully we got that out of the way, and we'll be on our way to more sadistic shit. Maybe we'll see Drillbit Dildo a little bit more. I don't know about you, but I kind of missed him a little bit. I hope that everyone is happy and doing what they love in life. Just be you and do what you want to do, and do what makes you happy. And I will leave you with this. Skinny jeans are out, fringe is in, and ponchos are forever. Make a note of it. Good night.